People of God, you cannot have the certificates but not the money. Did you hear what I just said? Because some of you, you have the certificate, the money is not there. You cannot have the English, but you don't have the open door. Too much English, speaking English everywhere. You know English, speaking to everybody, but the one door has not opened. You cannot have so much activity without results. There's got to be a balance. I have this one, I have this one, I have this one, I have this one. If your amen will thunder, let it be so unto you right now. I say, let it be so unto you right now. Let it be so unto you right now. Let it be so unto you right now. Let your amen thunder louder. Take your seat. The fig tree and the vine tree can never be treated alike. In fact, their prunings are different. You don't prune a fig tree the way you prune a vine tree. No, sir. You don't prune them alike. Time will fail me to tell you how a vine is pruned and how a fig is pruned. But hey, people of God, look at the import of what I'm saying. You find this vine dresser for the first time saying, Augusta, let me pay a little attention to this. I've been treating all of them alike. I've been dumping all of them to the way I treat this one is the way I'm treating this one. He says, but please, would you allow me one more year? Let me treat this one alike. Let me tell you, it's an attack for them to group you like everybody else. Listen, you might be in the same business with them, but the oil on your head is different. Did you hear what I just said right now? The oil on your head, powers that cause you to look ordinary, powers that cause you to look like everybody else. If your amen will thunder, let it be broken right now. I said let it be broken right now. I said let it be broken right now. I said let it be broken. Let it be broken. Let it be broken. Let it be broken. Let your amen thunder. Take your seat. So, sir, when the oh my God, when the devil wants to mess with a life, he makes you look ordinary. But let me talk to vine dressers. Please speak your word. Anyone who believes that God has called me to dress something that is not working, I want you to know the power of a vine dresser is your ability to take what is not working, convert it to what will cause things to yield result. See what I mean by this? It is not just something I'm saying of the vine dresser took a dung. If you know what a dung is, cow shit of a cow. We already know that it helps manure and all of that. Yes, we already know that. But then again, that is the power of a vine dresser. I go pick what some people do not see value in. I turn it around. I make it work for me. Where people say this is not needed again, this will never work, this is the end of the road, this one is shit, this one cannot work, a vine dresser looks at it and says, Lord, show me what I need from this. Show me what others did not see from this. I pray for you. Things that others overlook, things that they see nothing in, at the sound of your amen, the Lord is opening your eyes to see what is in it. Let your amen thunder louder. Let your amen thunder. Let your amen thunder. Let your amen rise. Take your seat. Most of all that you would do for a vine is in its body, in pruning. Most of all that you would do for a vine is in pruning in its body. But watch what the vine dresser said about this. And this is where some of the attacks are. And the vine dresser said, please, Oga, give me some time. Let me dig and put some dung inside. Let me dig. People of God, let me dig. In other words, to solve this problem, it will not be a shallow approach. I wish I can spend more time. Sir, your destiny has gotten to the level that you can't treat things again shallowly. You can no longer do business your shallow way. You can no longer do prayers in a shallow manner. Do you not know you are the one standing at the gate of your family. Are you not aware that you cannot, there are things you can treat in a shallow manner again? It's an attack when you wake up. Day to day, prayer life is shallow. Bible life is shallow. Consecration is shallow. Everything about you is shallow. Revelation is shallow. Inspiration is shallow. God is not showing you anything. Your life is just shallow. It's an attack. God, show me what next year is going to look like. Oga, do you think that people hear about next year? Can I shock you? Every detail God needs to tell me about next year, I've already received it. Listen, men of the Spirit do not see the year when you see them. Let me tell you what happens to men of the Spirit. When others are arriving at a day, they meet the day as a deja vu. The English, is it too much? As in, when you are, oh, look at what is happening. Sometimes they look at something. They don't talk, but they go like, I have seen this before. There are people I see, I know I've seen them before. I know that I have, in the past few days, something happened. I said, I've seen this. And to be honest, I was thinking, where did it happen? And I realized it only happened in a revelation God showed me. So, but I was so sure that it had happened physically, only for me to realize that you have seen this in a revelation. And exactly the way what I said, how so I was just going back to the inner recesses of my revelation and answering according to what I saw. So it's an attack to live a shallow life. As you meet people, you want to marry them. Don't marry shallowly. Did you hear what I just said? Let me say this to you. You better be careful. Some people that are in your life may have appointments with death. Yes. Yes. So if you don't get deep enough, you might get married. 2 months after, you become a widow. Because you got married on a shallow level. There are people with the most pleasant smiles in this world. Nice. They come across as nice. You bring them into your life because your life is shallow. Tell them your entire world. Then you don't know that you have equipped someone that will butcher you. Not just stab you, that will butcher you. You know your biggest problem is that you want to operate this thing on a shallow level. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. The vine dresser said, listen, I know this matter, I will not handle it shallow. Allow me to dig. Allow me to get deeper in this koban the secretary. When greatness begins to beckon on your door, I'm afraid you will destroy the full essence of your life with a shallow living. Did you hear what I just said? Peter said, we have toiled all night and caught nothing. Jesus said, launch into the deep. Everybody that smiles doesn't like you. I'm sorry. I do not mean to make you conscious of I'm afraid to say it. Everybody that says, Oga, don't worry, I will do it. Oga, don't worry, I've spoken to Oga. Don't worry, I've already fixed it. Some of them, as you are passing, as you just walk away, they idiots. Everyone that collected money from you did not do what you asked them to do. But how will you know? Can I even make some of you unhappy? Some of the countries you want to Japa to. You are getting what I'm saying? It's not your destiny. Can I tell you something? A lizard cannot become a crocodile somewhere else. So you need to be careful. Lord, what kind? I don't need a shallow life. I pray for you. Powers that cause men to be shallow. It's an attack. Powers that cause men to be shallow. You are not decoding. You are not discerning. You don't know what is going on around you. At the sound of your amen, let it be broken right now. I announce no more shallow living for you. No more shallow living for you. No more shallow perception. Get deeper, get deeper, get deeper. Let your eyes be open. Let your senses be open. Let your sensibilities be open. Right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. Let your amen thunder. I announce it is done. I announce it is done. I announce it is done. And people of God, I want you to understand this as well. Part of the attack on the fig tree that will make the fig tree not to fruit is the thing that I talked about. When the soil does not have enough nutrients. When the soil does not have enough nutrients. In other words, the fig tree cannot be planted everywhere. With no apologies. People of God, make no mistakes about it. There are plants that do well no matter where you plant them in. But the fig tree is not like that. So you can't plant the fig tree any and everywhere. There are places where you plant the fig tree, it will never do well. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. It will never do well. So, sir, I want you to know that it is not every ground that is your ground. People of God, I'm afraid I have to say this. Put a little price on yourself so that you don't become everybody's commodity. Did you hear what I just said right now? Every ground is not your ground. Every ground, put a little price on yourself. If a young man walks up to you and says to you, the other day I'm looking at you and I just felt like that there's this charm. In everything they say, you start smiling. It's not. Do you know how many people that he has told the same thing? And I forgot that you are the angel. Even with some of them, those people who they are professionals in there. When they start talking, you know this is a professional. There he goes again. There he goes again. Because once they open their mouth, they don't stop. They don't stop. You know, I just figured, I mean, as the pastor was ministering in church, I just realized there was just this thing. You got a pep in your step, and I was just wondering, you know, what I mean, you look all so good and so gorgeous, and I'm wondering, you know, would you have some time this evening so that we just hang out for a drink and all? I mean, nothing much. The Lord, they will not add the Lord inside it. They will not add, you see those ones I used to add the Lord on top of mistakes. Fear them. I don't know whether what I'm saying is making sense. My way of trying to say every ground is not your ground. Oh Lord, that ground is sinking sand. Oh Lord, that ground is sinking sand. People of God, the places you can't be planted in, it's not my ground. The times when people finish talking, tell yourself it's not my, because your problem is that you can't be in a wrong ground that the Lord did not ordain for you, and you are looking for fruit only God can bring. Every ground is not for you. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. Please have it at the back of your mind. It is an attack. Anybody planted in any ground that is not your own, at the sound of your amen, I agree, be uprooted from that ground. And may the Lord plant you in a ground that is your own. Let your amen thunder louder.